Welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show. Now, I can't say 250,000. We got there, thanks to you. And I cannot express how thankful I am to each and every one of you who has subscribed, joined, put on your notifications, and shared with your friends. We did it. But now, I want to say to 500,000 subscribers, because we are on our continued journey to create a community that's going to be heard. And I want to talk about some of the reasons why we need to be heard. Well, one of Trump's first moves when he arrived at the Oval Office last night was to pardon, commute, or vow to dismiss over 1,500 cases of people who were involved in the January 6th insurrection. Now, yesterday morning, in anticipation of this, before Biden left his office, before that 12 o'clock deadline, he pardoned Capitol police officers who were protecting the Capitol from the very same people that Trump ultimately pardoned or commuted. I want to show you a clip of Trump signing the order. Play the clip.
Relating to events that occurred on January 6, 2021.
Okay, and how many people is this?
I think this order will apply to approximately 1,500 people, sir.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
Full pardon.
Full pardon or commutation?
Full pardon. We have about 6 commutations in there where we're doing further research. Nice to see you again. So this is a big one. Anything you want to explain about this? We hope they get them. We hope they come out tonight, frankly. They're expecting it.
If I hear one more pundit on television, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, NBC, makes no difference. If I hear one more pundit turn around and say, this is a travesty of justice, this is unconstitutional, it's unlawful, it is a violation of the rule of law, I'm going to actually start to scream. And that you don't want to hear. Why? Because Donald J. Trump, during the campaign, told you exactly what he intended to do. Why is this all of a sudden say, oops, jump back? Oh, look at what he did. I can't believe he did it. He's been telling you now for almost a year and a half that on day one, he intended to do this. And then 10 minutes later, a reporter asks if any of the J6 individuals, the hostages that we now have to call him, should be punished. Play that clip.
Should there be punishment for the people who assaulted law enforcement officers that day?
Well, I will say this. They've been in jail for a long time already. I see murderers in this country get 2 years, 1 year, and maybe no time. So they've already been in jail for a long time. These people have been destroyed. What they've done to these people is outrageous. There's rarely been anything like it in history, in the history of our country. And even people that were aggressive, and in many cases, I believe they happen to be outside agitators, but what do I know, right? But I think they were outside agitators. There were outside agitators involved. And obviously the FBI was involved because Ray admitted the FBI was involved. Didn't he say 23 people indirectly or directly were involved? And it was then 26. That's a lot of people.
On earlier episodes, you've heard me talking about the concept of whitewashing history to reflect a narrative that's just not true. You know, on my Mea Culpa podcast, I've had Harry Dunn on a couple of times who reflects upon that horrible day. And the notion that Joe Biden had to pardon him and other Capitol police officers for fear that this administration would actually come after them for doing their job, for protecting our members of Congress on both sides of the aisle. It's not right. Well, if you will remember, earlier this month, J.D. Vance said that the violence J6 protesters should not be pardoned. I guess Trump didn't get that message. Play the clip.
January 6 pardons, President Trump says there's a process. Where is the line drawn on who will and wouldn't be considered for a pardon?
I think it's very simple. Look, if you protested peacefully on January the 6th and you've had Merrick Garland's Department of Justice treat you like a gang member, you should be pardoned. If you committed violence on that day, obviously you shouldn't be pardoned. And there's a little bit of a gray area there, but we're very much committed to seeing the equal administration of law. And there are a lot of people, we think, in the wake of January the 6th who were prosecuted unfairly. We need to rectify that.
All right, the president.
Well, like I said, I guess President Trump didn't get the memo from the vice president at that time, because the two people who were released first were the two brothers that beat the living piss out of a police officer, put him in the hospital. I would call that violence, wouldn't you? Well, Jake Lang, a man who assaulted police officers with a bat, with a fucking bat, posted this on X just last night. Just announced the Department of Justice is dropping my January 6th case. 4 year and 4 days in the gulag without a trial. I'm finally coming home. God be magnified. Mountains do really move in Jesus' name. This had nothing to do with Jesus. This has to do with Donald J. Trump. And again, to those of you that are saying this is wrong, this is not the way that America is supposed to be, remember, this is exactly what Donald Trump said that he was going to do. He is fulfilling his campaign promises. And this isn't the only one. I mean, take a look at the number of those executive orders that are sitting on his desk. It's like just under 100. Now, another J6 protester, or I'm sorry, we need to continue to whitewash this, hostage, said that he couldn't wait to get out. He can't wait to get out so that he can go buy guns. Let me show you what he says. This is from Jake and Jelly Chansley, the American shaman. I just got the news from my lawyer. I got a pardon, baby. Thank you, President Trump. Now I am going to buy some motherfucking guns. Yeah. How's that sitting with you? Well, lastly, I want to show you a clip. This is really a little bit terrifying, to say the least. I'm going to show you a clip of someone who called the FBI on their father, for his involvement in the January 6th insurrection. And right now, that individual is fearful for their life, fearful of what will happen to him now that his father is freed. Play that clip.
Jackson, I appreciate your time. So here we are, and Trump is announcing pardons for January 6 defendants. This could include your father, who's serving a 6-year sentence, a 6.5-year sentence as we speak. What's your reaction?
Well, I'm honestly flabbergasted that we've gotten to this point. I mean, I'm terrified. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've taken as many precautions as I could recently. I've picked up a gun. I've moved, and I've gotten myself away from what I thought would be a dangerous situation and staying where I thought my dad could find me, or other people. You know, people that are going to feel so validated by these actions, by this pardon. I'm just so filled with paranoia about what could happen. I've been waiting all day from a call from the DOJ to just figure it out and know what to do next. Because right now I don't, other than just to, sit around and, talk about it.
He picked up a gun, he moved. And he did that to avoid being what? recognized. With all due respect, it's not like Jackson doesn't stand out. Now he's going into what? Witness protection? There are repercussions to each and every one of those executive orders. Now, I can't say that some or all are going to be negative. Some or all could be positive. Don't know the answer to that. But the one thing that I feel very comfortable in saying, those people who attacked police officers, those people who acted in a violent manner, and I'm not talking about just entering the Capitol, I'm talking about acting in a violent manner. I think maybe the smarter move would have been to pardon some, commute others. But again, the problem, that's not what he said he was intending to do. And Trump is right now responding to his base, and he is going to do exactly what he said that he intends to do if and when he wins the presidency. Now that he has, we're going to all have to live with it, for better, and certainly in this case, for worse. And as always, thanks for listening, and thank you for subscribing. Again, now we're on our journey to 500,000. Hey everyone, first of all, thanks for watching. I mean, we're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.